Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Time. Hey. In the ring. Yeah. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime's in the ring. We gon' hustle till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we got it till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we hustle till it's gone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Downtime in the Ring live this week. We actually have some pretty cool stuff in wrestling. I'm actually kind of excited. Little weird things going on that obviously the public isn't going to know about. Overall, no complaints really. Pretty good overall. Pretty happy. Pretty excited. Yeah, how was your week, dude?
Surviving a time change and it's failing and I'm failing.
You're such a wimp. You're such a wimp.
It just takes 1 hour, and I never knew how much 1 hour just fucks you up. And yeah, like I try and sleep, and I don't know if you have that problem yet, but like it's the worst. I don't know what it is. But other than that, I'm pretty solid week. A lot of work as per usual, but I got it done early, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I'm pretty busy week. Glad that it's basically over or almost basically over for anybody, depending on y'all's work schedule. But yeah, not too bad this week. Not too crazy. Finally ready to work on some other content ideas that I've been putting off for the weekend. Finally getting able to do all that jazz. But overall, not a bad week in wrestling. Pretty entertaining, pretty fun overall. I mean, I don't want to say we got the Gunther. I'm going to go straight into Raw. I don't think we got the Gunther match that we necessarily wanted, but we got the baby face that we might have needed. If that was
the first split decision of the week, and it started off strong. And I feel, trust me, I'm one of the many people that want to see Chad Gable win it. I want to see Chad Gable win it, but also like the script fits Sammy too, because he's going from main eventing night 2 of WrestleMania last year into what is he doing now. If you see that in context to how Drew used to be in the Intercontinental Championship last year, and now he's kind of in the world title picture now. So I see where the logic and all that is going, but I think it was kind of like it can you read the room?
It's bad. So I know everybody, including yourself and myself, will say like Trips has done an amazing job booking. Mm-hmm. But the only caveat, the only thing I have to say to it is that he gets us emotionally attached to just,
and just plucks it.
Yeah, just to
Go ahead.
Like euthanize the pet right in front of us. That's all it is, because it happened with LA Knight.
And what sucks is that it hurts, and he knows it. He loves to do it.
Yeah.
With Vince, he's just like, I really don't care about y'all. Trips is like, I care, but I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's the worst. And I guess what they attempted to do as far as to kind of like lessen the scab pulling was they made Sammy seem like the Iron Man of that gauntlet. you know. So I could see where what they were trying to do. They were doing the Kofi spot. They were doing the Kofi thing, but minus that he didn't start at the very beginning, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is kind of the Kofi thing, but not the Kofi thing. Like, because Kofi was what? He was second in the gauntlet when he won.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Sammy came in third. And then Sammy, yeah, he beat Bronson Reed, which, you know, is amazing. He beats Ricochet. And then, you know, goes on to have to face Gable. I'm just like, this, if it doesn't end in a triple threat, are we really excited for the match?
Well,
if Gunther doesn't get another triple threat, are we excited?
I've read online too that Sammy was actually pretty pissed off. He was kind of like upset about the reaction he got from the IWC. So I'm just like, roll
because we don't consider Sammy mid-card title material for one, and for two, yes, the Intercontinental is like up there because of Gunther, but once Gunther leaves it, it'll go back down to mid-tier. Like, it just, he doesn't, my mind doesn't go Sami Zayn Intercontinental. My mind goes Sami Zayn WWE or not Sami Zayn World Heavyweight. No, Sami Zayn WWE Championship. That's where my mind goes.
Yeah. And I could see where like I've seen Sami Zayn as Intercontinental title already.
Yeah.
As a champion already with that title. So, and I haven't seen Gable, and Gable's been kind of like the undercard MVP lately.
Yeah.
And so it's only fair to give him that. I don't know. Maybe there's something that they're trying to do with it. We know we got to understand that they probably have a little bit more of a finger on the pulse of what they're doing, and maybe there is reasoning behind it now. Who knows? If it was under the old regime, I would have thought, it's Vince, you know? Yeah. But in this one, it's like, it has to be a reason. There's reasons for shit that's happening now. Except for Liv Morgan. I feel like that's, I just watched the TikTok. I don't know if you've seen this TikTok before where this dude's all like, Liv Morgan fans Liv Morgan fans are like the Dallas Cowboy fandom.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
No,
okay. For one, you can't say because you like to say anything's the Dallas Cowboy fandom just to pick an argument.
Oh no. I'm not doing that as like a personal shot. I'm just saying, like, I saw it and these dudes all like, the Dallas count? Yeah. I have to send you the TikTok. I have to send you the TikTok for context.
If anything, we're like Dallas Cowboy fans are most connected to Cody Rhodes fans. Story not making sense. We've had years where we disappeared. The story didn't get finished the way we wanted. We blew up online. Somebody who is bigger, better, stronger, i.e. The Rock, when he said Cowboy Crybabies, when he said Cody Crybabies,
you did that to yourself.
Yeah, I did. Was like, and then I got to see the IWC get livid, and I'm like, it's cool for y'all, but when it happens during the NFL season, we're fucking crazy. No. Cody's story is literally the life of a Dallas Cowboy fan.
But he's gonna win a title at the end, unfortunately.
Hey, we won 5. I just haven't seen it in my generation.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
Cody Rhodes wins the WWE Championship, and I finally.
Do you want to see Liv versus Rhea at some point, though? Yes.
No.
Yeah. No. Then
personally, me, I don't, because if Rhea's champion, it's not believable. If Rhea isn't champion, it's 50-50. But if Rhea's champion, it's not believable.
And to be fair, her last title win was against Ronda Rousey in pretty shit manner of how she won it.
It was a cash-in, wasn't it?
It was a cash-in. And I'm more so talking about the title defense.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. The cash-in was like, I mean, it's a cash-in.
It's a cash-in.
I mean, Liv Morgan cashed in earlier than Damian Priest has with his. So I mean, and when's that gonna happen? Probably not till Money in the Bank, right? That's the one thing, and I'm gonna kind of segue into that.
Go. Yeah, you can
If
go into that.
Damian Priest is gonna hold that stupid purple ass goddamn briefcase, he needs, and he's not gonna do anything with that shit unless either cash it in at Mania or it. Just wait till just make this whole storyline where you're feuding with the Judgment Day and you're preoccupied. Maybe that is the storyline, that he's preoccupied with everything else, that he's forgetting to cash in the title, and he's just constantly doing these weird things. Make it a thing where it's like, well, I have to cash this in, and if I don't, then, and that ends up being his Judgment Day, whatever you want. I don't even know if he wants to be the leader at this point with the Judgment Day. I'm like, I think he's trying to do his own thing at this point. The Judgment Day, to me, Balor, Dominic, and Rhea. That's how I feel about that.
And R-Truth.
That too. JD, I'm sorry, dog. You need to do something other than the generic ass theme music.
We need Jordan Devlin back. That's who we need. We don't need JD McDonough. We need Jordan Devlin back. We need the charisma. We need the smart ass. We need the goddamn. Like, that's what we need. We do not need JD McDonough. That was a failed attempt at a character change, and the only good part about it was the Ilya Dragunov, feud. That was it.
Yeah.
So
it works. Did
you see today what got announced for Stand and Deliver?
No.
Carmelo Hayes will go one-on-one with, I want to say, the new him of NXT, Trick Williams.
Oh, Trick Williams
at Stand and Deliver.
Trick needs to win to further convince Hulu to do Love in WWE.
Trick and Lash. Oh, that would be.
Hey, I said it in the Discord, and no one thought it was. I see it.
I don't know. I'm just.
It's gonna be NXT version.
It's gonna be. So instead of them,
YouTube, it's gonna be a YouTube show.
I was gonna say, instead of them going to, different cities every week, it's just them going to
an adventure in Orlando, and every week they just go to Orlando, some random pier. Today we're at the Orlando pier. Today we're at the Tampa pier. Today we're at the Fort Lauderdale pier.
I hate this so much already. I hate this so much.
Oh no, there's a beached whale.
I hate this. This is already canceled. 5 minutes in, and this is already canceled as an entire show.
The Roxanne Perez promo was pretty nice. I'm interested to see how she's gonna take that character.
I think she's gonna, I'm excited. You can tell with her and Cora Jade, they take a lot of their influence from AJ.
Yep.
So I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. I'm hyped. Hey, Mom. I'm hyped with it. I think that this is gonna be something unique. And overall, we stand for Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Hardcore. It's just, she's not supposed to be here, for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
People have already written her off so many times, and she's still here. So she's going to do amazing things. I'm super excited to see where she goes. Stand and Deliver Roxanne Perez, because she didn't do, was she in last year's? When they were in the
she was injured.
She injured. Injured. So yeah, she didn't get to have her Stand and Deliver moment last year in LA. So now she's going to get to have it at, I think they're at the 76ers arena.
I think so.
I think that's where they are. I mean, it has to be super close to the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium, because that's where the show is, and people will have at least an hour or two to travel there. So it has to be close. That's for sure.
Wells
But-
Fargo Center.
So yeah, the 76ers arena. Okay.
Yep.
So it is at the 76ers arena. No, I'm excited. I think that she will have an amazing showing. I'm just ready. I'm just ready. I'm ready. But you know, that isn't the only crazy thing that happened this week. Basically a ultimate tag team ladder match has been announced where 6 teams, 12 men, 1 ring, multiple ladders, 4 titles. This is insane for a Mania.
So yes, it is. But can I comment on something that I don't know if you've noticed? I'm pretty sure you've noticed. I've noticed it too. The way they're presenting the show. Have you noticed how they're, since Dunn is gone, Kevin Dunn?
Oh, they make
It's
it look
gone.
cooler now?
They make it look cooler now, and like
Yeah.
they got rid of the red barricade, and now it's an actual black barricade and stuff.
Yeah.
But particularly when they announced that ladder match, did you notice how they didn't just have a single cut, like a single like stand-in frame, like a presenter's frame?
Yeah.
They had it off to the side in a weird shaky like film style. So
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying what the little nuanced things that they're adding into it. Some people might not like it. I kind of do, because it changes it up now and it makes it like, you know how TNA used to do their backstage segments?
Yes.
It's if it gets to that point, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And Netflix is the best place to do it.
My favorite, if we're gonna go from that, my favorite style is when they would when the wrestlers would have like their reality TV kind of style, and like
Yes.
you saw Steiner trying to play putt.
They're all hiding behind the doorway.
I love that.
It's like TMZ.
I love it.
Yeah.
I hope we get just a little bit of that, especially with like, you know,
be
the
all for
breakup
it.
from the JD. I hope we get a little bit of that, just enough to where we're like, oh shit.
Have their own locker room. Why not? Why not do it? Man.
But yeah, so we're having, like I said, 12 men, 1 ring, multiple ladders, 4 titles. I think we may get new titles or a new title. I don't think that we'll have the 4. I think that we'll have the 1 and just keep the undisputed tag team titles going forward. And JD will not win it. I'm super excited, dude. Like,
I feel like if someone's gonna take it, it has to be DIY for me.
DIY.
I'm a fan of Gargano and Ciampa. They need something. They need
DIY needs to take it, which would give Gargano his WrestleMania moment that he's, you know, been begging for. It's not the main event, but it still is something. You could give it to the New Day, but I don't think they want it. I don't think they need it. They don't need it, and I don't think they want it. Who else would be? New Catch Republic would be kind of cool because of their showing in Australia. Definitely would be kind of cool. The Street Profits, Authors of Pain.
I mean, if you're going to establish the Authors of Pain again, I could see Trips doing it with them. If it's not Gargano and Ciampa,
it's just like, I don't know. It feels more like a NXT team is probably going to win. A former NXT team is probably going to win.
And I'm all for it.
Which sucks because they put the Creed brothers versus DIY in the qualifying match, and I'm like, both those teams deserve to be in it, dude. Both those teams.
If they were given maybe another 10 minutes, it would have been a 5-star. Just another, just change out everything red and black and make gold and black, and another 10 minutes added to it. Give it, and you know what to do.
Yeah, would have been beautiful, but
the final segment of Raw, though.
How do you feel? I want to know how you feel about this.
So I'm gonna be kind of like, I was kind of influenced by Bully Ray when he said his thoughts on that. If Cody legit cried, it would have sold it better. Like if it because this grown ass man is crying on live television in front of everyone, and like everyone's cheering in the background, it would have sold it much better if he like legit cried. The almost crying still did it for me, as far as like it was a decent segment. I just feel like it's just gonna give Rock more ammo.
Yeah.
Just way more ammo than what he probably should have given him. And it sucks because I know he's gonna do something. He's gonna be where's SmackDown this week?
St. Louis, I think. Let me check. I'll take a look.
Because last week he was in Dallas and he wore a belt buckle and called Pharaoh a shithead dog. Oh no, St. Louis. Is it St. Louis?
Let me see. If it's St. Louis, he can't say anything too crazy because part of his franchise football league is there. Where is SmackDown this week? Let me see. No, I don't care about. Oh hell, it's in Tennessee, dude.
Oh, it's in Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee, my guy.
Okay, I was about to say if that was in St. Louis, Rock, if he has the same mind I do, if you're gonna make it memeable, you better make it damn memeable. He should have came out to that Tech 9 song he was featured in.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, I would have. Cody can't finish the story. Rock just came out to his own Tech 9 song. he can't finish the story. But since it's in Tennessee, I don't care. It's just gonna be a lot more shit talk. I just hope Roman can say something better to sell the fight. I feel like they're really just they're just kind of like giving Rock the ball, like Rock's like Kobe in this, and he's just selling it, but everyone else is kind of like, eh. Cody's trying. Seth was trying, but Seth is dressed like Scottie Pippen. And so
this like you said, and like we've said before, and we've texted each other, like this is not fun. Like this is probably the marquee of Philadelphia. This is supposed to be the biggest build to it, and it's not entertaining like promo wise. Obviously the match is going to be cool. Having The Rock step back in, having him with Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes is going to be one of the coolest things that we get to see in our lifetime. But it's like it's like when we have somebody new who's like, okay, I want to get into wrestling. Like we show them the promos. We don't just show them the matches. We show them who the wrestler is. And when we're like, okay, this giant match that took over 2024, that was the match that led to Roman versus Cody. This is it. And then we show them the stuff backwards. And it's like, okay, so The Rock called everybody Cody Crybabies. And then he got called Diarrhea Dwayne by Seth. And then they came out with t-shirts. But the t-shirts aren't
they're
that
just
good.
mocking each other.
Yeah. And they're mocking each other.
No, literally. It's just the Batman meme. That's
all it is.
That's all it is. And it sucks. It's like, come on, Cody. It's one thing to mimic the shirt, but it's a whole or to have a meme as a shirt. I mean, I feel like if we're gonna have a contest on who had the best shirt for the year, Drew McIntyre's had the best shirt
with CM Punk. Drew McIntyre with CM Punk, 100%. Yeah. I still need to buy it. I still need that shirt, 100%. I still need that shirt. I need where he memes, and I need to wear it in Chicago. But on the other hand, like it doesn't feel genuine. Like
I'm still kind of like holding out. I'm holding out. It's waning. It's waning, but
it's dwaning.
it's waning. It's
It's
waning.
dwaning. It's dwaning on you.
I'm waiting for like the go home. The go home. If they can't sell it me on the fight at the go home, then I'm just like, okay, well, it's gonna be a good match, but it's not gonna be like I have to see this match, you know?
And I still have like concerns over Seth's knee. I think I'm probably one of the very few people in the world that's like, is his knee ready? Because he's going to pull double duty that weekend in 2 30-plus minute matches.
So as long as he avoids doing a sunset turnbuckle off the top turnbuckle power bomb, I think he should be good. Hopefully.
Because the dude partially tore his MCL about 6 weeks ago, got the clear, and now is going to pull double duty in a match about 3 times as longer as a normal TV match. Like, and anybody could say like, oh, he's a trained professional. Yes, but if you've had an injury, you know how easily that thing can hurt again and how quickly that thing can just completely and utterly, hi babe, and utterly just tear one more time. You know that could happen. So I'm like, wouldn't that be like, just imagine the Drew McIntyre promo on Monday. If Seth tears it on Saturday, just imagine the bullshit that he's going to come out with. That he didn't only take out CM Punk, Seth Rollins got hurt before he could take the title. Like,
he just needs to lean into it. He needs to lean into it. That's all. Drew needs to win the title, I feel like. But it's just this weird circumstance of The Rock's involved and triple duty. Let's remember that, you know, like.
And who can
he'd probably be there on Friday, helping Cody in some sort of, and I hope it doesn't happen. It's going to be a brawl right before the end of SmackDown, or right at the end of SmackDown. It'll be like a 4-way brawl, and Seth is going to be a part of it. So that's one night. Second night, or Mania Night 1 tag match. Mania Night 2, another interference, and I don't know. I just want someone with that title, someone else with that title at this point. Get him off, get him healthy again. He did his thing. When is
WrestleMania Night 1? What day?
Saturday, April 8th, 7th, 5th? I don't know.
April
first 6th, week of April.
April 6th. So we, as of this Friday, are officially 1, 2, 3, 4 Fridays away. So this is when it all comes down. This is when it all accumulates and starts, and we finally know, okay, who's going to be on the card. And that's my biggest fear, is I do not want Seth Rollins to get injured. I don't want any stupid stuff that going to happen. We still need to fill the United States title spot. We need to fill. So what? We have both women, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Both world champions, the Intercontinental, the tag team. So we need the United States.
Was it going to be Kevin Owens or LA Knight, though? I guess we'll find out on.
For the United States?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's going to be Randy, dude. He RKO'd KSI.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never mind. It's going to be Randy.
Unless we get a showcase match and it's Owens and Randy versus Logan in a triple threat.
At least help Randy alleviate some of that workload. Yeah. I mean, Logan could probably carry that entire match. I put a lot of trust in Logan. Now, that's a weird thing to say.
I know. I still need to know where my boy is. I finally got one. I still need to find out where my boy is, where my boy will be. He needs a spot. I need to see him kick a field goal at WrestleMania. That's what I need.
Did you see that he's postponing a show?
No, I
It's
didn't.
like off season. It's like an off season.
Oh, yeah, they have that every year. They usually
Yeah,
go
so-
they go to it's in Arizona. They go and have 1 week where they go and do what's it called? What's that thing? Golf. They golf over with AJ Hawk, and there's like a charity event. Yeah, I know that's one of the things that they've done in the past for the Pat McAfee show is when they go off for like a week and they all have vacation.
Oh, I see. I mean,
What's that one thing? I couldn't
more
think
Pat
of it.
McAfee. More Pat McAfee though. I'm all
love
for it.
I
I
love
never
it.
thought I'd think that some random NFL punter would be one of the best commentators for wrestling. If you told me that like 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
You would have been like, who is this guy? And now every time I hear let's go, I turn into a child. You've seen me. I've turned into a child.
I got excited too when it's when Pat McAfee shows up and live and stuff. When you hear it live, when I saw him at the Rumble last year, ooh, dude, so fun.
I hate that he has his. I'm sorry, Mom. I hate that he has his own theme though, because I loved when it was Seven Nation Army at WrestleMania in Dallas.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So good. That was perfect. Oh, that's like my dream for like the indies is to come out to Seven Nation Army. Just one match. That's all I want. That's all I want. If I could get my match against Gino, that is what I'm coming out to.
You're coming out to Seven Nation Army.
Seven Nation.
I'm all for it. It's an anthem. I'm all for it.
Because the moment that you hear that, you go like the whole crowd is gonna sing, no matter what. Heel or face.
When I was younger, I was dead set that in my storyline that I was ever injured, I would come back to Back in Black. Yeah.
Speaking of Back in Black, your boy is probably gonna go and fill one of those non-title spots at Mania, and we'll probably have like whatever this iteration of AJ is versus LA Knight. So we're basically getting like Slammiversary for WrestleMania 40. We're getting a
I'm all for it. Those are all top players in it from TNA. I am happy. I am so happy.
We're probably getting a Slammiversary match for well, I mean, if we could have Scott D'Amore, who knows? We probably could actually see the TNA World Championship at WrestleMania. But sorry, Anthem.
What you want? Would it be Moose?
I would love Moose to come out in a championship match that he has to win, obviously, and it be like the opener to WrestleMania 40. And before anybody goes, that's not his promotion. We have a giant pay-per-view dedicated to matches that are not for that home promotion. We have Forbidden Door. Knock it off. Every wrestler deserves their WrestleMania moment. I will 100% fight for that. So I would love to see like Moose versus Tommy Dreamer in Philadelphia.
I wouldn't particularly want Moose, but if I had to take a TNA talent to go through that door, let's say that door existed, it would have to be for the tag team ladder match, and it would have to be the Machine Guns.
Oh, really?
You want TNA to represent? Bring in the Guns.
Okay. You know, I could stick with I would be okay with that. Having Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin come down the ramp, my guy. Oh, that would be
TNA fun. Theme. It's happened before.
I would like it. That would be so cool, dude. Either that
beer money.
Okay, for one half of them does not want to wrestle anymore, and the other half.
Bobby Roode deserves his producer. He put in a lot of years. I get it, but I need him and James Storm just to hit someone with a beer bottle one more time.
I would be okay with ABC also, because that would be the first ever iteration of the Bullet Club in WWE.
Just for Gallows and Anderson just to laugh at them.
No, for them to punch the air.
No. Okay.
They would punch the air. Kenny Omega would be somewhere punching the air. Jay White would be somewhere punching.
It's like the stepchild who saw that the family was cool and just takes everything about the family that made them cool and thinks he's cool, just like that.
Yeah.
That's what ABC is. No hate to Chris Bay. I like Chris Bay and Ace Austin as individual wrestlers, but as a tag team, they're good. But why do you use the Bullet Club thing on them? I don't associate them with Bullet Club. I hate it.
They're Bullet Club. They're Bullet Club till they get kicked out, and they're never getting kicked out because I honestly feel like some people.
Well, there's no founding members to kick them out other than Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah, well, I thought the new leaders could kick kick anybody out, anybody who's designated leader.
Yeah.
So Finley can, but he doesn't care enough because he's feuding with Namath.
I don't even know if I recognize David Finley as
you were gonna say.
Finley. I was David Finley as leader anyway. I feel like Tama Tonga was the last true leader.
Hey, he's gonna make his Mania debut. He'll make his Stand and Deliver or Mania debut that at that time. There's no doubt about it. That's
Tonga Loa punching the air.
I think the only reason why he didn't go with Tama is because of his injury, and they added time to his contract. It's the same way with Hardy right now because Matt's a free agent. Matt's going to be a free agent at the end of this month, but Jeff can't. Jeff has a year and a half on his contract. So when the Sammy concussion thing happened, he couldn't afford to be injured anymore because then that just adds on to his contract.
It's a weird. I don't know.
It's weird.
How much money did they pay for him? Did Tony pay for him? And that leads us into our next portion.
So we were graced with multiple things in Boston. One, they did an ROH taping before the show. Shout out to our girl last week, Erica Damia, one of our previous guests, was on Ring of Honor and she lost to Nyla Rose. As you guys could see in Facebook or my Twitter, I made a post praising her because she definitely deserves it. Barely in year 2 and already in Ring of Honor or doing Ring of Honor work is awesome. But we got to see Stardom. A couple of Stardom girls debut at Ring of Honor last night at the pre-taping. Sorry for the spoilers. Twitter's going to show you before I can even say anything. Then we had big business. I wanted to say big bossness. We had big business, and the woman that everybody's been waiting for debuted. Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Varando, whatever title you give her, she debuted for AEW. And I have a hot take. I wasn't as impressed with her debut.
It's the CEO. I will say they got that CEO chant over quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, props to them. That's how you start it. That's how you start it. But go ahead with your hot take. I'm interested.
That's it. It's just I wasn't impressed. She came at the end of the show and saved Willow Nightingale. I feel like we're gonna get a female version of the Elite, which might be a fresh take, honestly, at this point, and that she's the perfect person to do it if we get a female version of the Elite and have her the CEO because Matt and Nick are the EVPs. I wasn't impressed. Like, we've already had it before where we've had those rumored people that are going to appear and they've appeared and we're like, oh, it's still a shock. It's still exciting. But this one, I was like, we built it up so much for her to say so little in this presentation. But that's my personal opinion. What did you think?
I looked so like I said in the beginning, the CEO, they got that off. I like the music is better than her last one.
Yeah.
The promo was very heartfelt. She sold herself to the crowd pretty well. It could have been done. It could have been better. And instead of alluding to what you were literally going to do at the end of the night, just could have taken that entire bit out.
Yeah.
Like, I have unfinished business with Willow. Oh, coincidence. Willow's in the main event, which I thought was kind of weird. But back to the Mercedes thing. It was literally a CM Punk rehash return.
Yeah.
They had to do it at the beginning, or unless the fans would hijack the show.
Yeah.
I see some good things about it because they also have that female writer.
Oh
they
yeah,
hired.
Yeah.
And wasn't she also working closely with her at the time?
Yes.
When she was in the WWE. So I'm curious as to how that's going to go. We don't know if it's going to be the next Rock and Brian Gewirtz thing, but hey, I mean, at least now we know Mercedes is the only person that has a writer for her in AEW.
Damn.
So I think she's going to be pretty well off. A lot of people are saying they should bring in Britt Baker. I think where she's fitting in the title scene, it works for her, but I'm very concerned about who she's working with. Because it's like you have Mercedes Moné, who's portrayed at such a high tier level, and then you have someone like Willow, who previously injured her. Willow's good, but you have Sky Blue, who I put more faith in Sky Blue than I do with what's her name? I completely forgot the TBS championship.
Oh, Julia Hart.
Yeah, Julia Hart's not gonna. It sucks. It sucks because I think that's the title that she's gonna win before she does the
women's world.
Yeah, and
TBS.
it sucks because you're building something with Julia Hart, and yes, it's stagnant right now because of Tony Khan booking, but it was still something, and now it was just like a reshuffle of the deck. It's like, well, expensive debuts never lose.
Expensive debuts never. You need to make me a graphic so I can make that a t-shirt. You need to make make me something.
I will.
That's it has to be like.
I've been in my graphic design bag ever since 2K24 came out. So
you need to make me something that says expensive debuts never lose. And so when somebody asks me what that is, I can explain in the world of wrestling that this is a thing. I know it.
But it was a great debut. I am curious as to see how they're going to take everything. She still has some obligations with New Japan, and so
I disappeared for a second. I'm good. I just
disappeared. No, she still has obligations for New Japan to start doing, but also
it's a Tumblr. I need a Tumblr that says expensive debuts never lose. I need it. We need to turn this into something because it's perfect. It's brandable.
But then I looked at the contract estimate of her salary.
10 million for
5 years. And I'm just like, okay, if Jericho's like 7 mil, Moxley's 6 mil, the Bucks are 4 mil a pop, Kazuchika Okada is 13 mil. The Jacksonville Jaguars need to win the Super Bowl.
No, they don't, because their soccer team actually
makes the money.
It makes the money.
I don't know, dude. I'm just looking at all this and I'm like, you're spending at least over 100 million on like 7 to 10 people. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think you could have used maybe that 10 mil to take it, back to the US and, fix the barricades a little bit, do the do the presentation just a tad big instead of just slapping on a color palette of a new Dynamite that you already did at the first of the year with the red and blue, but now it's Dynamite like Spectrum color now. So I mean, and you probably just paid like some random guy to draw the Dynamite logo and paid him what?
You
100
leave
mil?
my Dynasty Warriors Dynamite alone. You leave my Japanese Power Ranger Dynamite alone.
It does look like Power Rangers. Thank you.
You leave them alone. They tried very hard.
Hey, I mean, hey, they got. That's why the chairman is back. Oh yeah, that's true.
That's not why he's back. He's back because he couldn't get his chair over with the crowd. That's why.
So I'm just saying, it echoes that of WCW where Eric Bischoff, and I don't know if it was Eric Bischoff more than it was the actual owner, whatever his name was.
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner, yeah. Where he just had a bunch of money, he saw the name, saw the hype, and the superstar and the wrestlers knew their hype and they upcharged him. Heavily upcharged him. And what I don't like about this contract is that she can opt out after 3 years.
Yeah.
Or within the 3-year time period, she can opt out if she doesn't like it, dude.
No, so she can only opt out after year 3.
After year 3?
After year 3. After year 3 is when she can opt out.
Okay.
No, not within the 3 years. Like she can't just now say, I made my debut. I got my first check. See you later. Ooh, woo. I'm going to go to Stardom. No, she has to stay here for 3 years. And then she can stay. And then she could say, I got my bag. Ooh, woo. I'm going back to WWE. Woo. Like she can do that.
And she's going to do that.
100%.
The time frame of when she's going to do that.
Ted Turner
loved wrestling and big names, and Eric talked him up, so he gave him the credit card to get the big names. Yep, that sounds a lot like Tony Khan, minus maybe a bump flower. Minus
Ted Turner because it's just Tony at this point.
Yeah, so I just hope it's not the Edge situation where Edge was hot for like 3 weeks. And then he's slowly dying,
Well, to be fair, with the Edge situation, it's because they booked him to win a title that they can't put on anyone else at this point.
That's true.
If they had put him with like the international title, by that time, Orange has already proven that he's such a good wrestler that if Edge beat him, it would have been okay. And it wouldn't have hurt either of them. But you can't, like Christian, that's his belt. Like, Roman has the blue universal title. That'll always be Roman's title. Hulk had the Wing Eagle. This is Christian's, which is the black strap TNT. Like Brody's was the red strap. So, I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious, like with the whole restructure of everything, with coming from AEW's presentation to the new show kind of colorway, the way the tunnels being brought back. I don't know why they got rid of them in the first place.
I like these new ones. They have RGB.
Yeah, and I just like there's a restructure going, and none of the 4 pillars are there for that restructuring.
I feel like we have the right as fans to pick 4 new pillars for this new.
I've been saying this since episode goddamn 1. The title of pillars should be treated like championships. They need to be. You need to just go up to one of them and say, "I don't think you're doing it right," I want to be the new pillar, and I'm gonna beat you for that title. And that's where you transition them out.
We can all agree AEW is getting a little stale. Yeah, the storylines need something new. The only thing I liked from last night was the Bullet Club Gold turn. Jay White needs a championship.
I didn't like that either. The Bang Bang Scissor Gang was literally hot for like a month.
They literally came out with a new shirt
just for them to just break them up.
At noon. They literally came out with a new shirt yesterday at noon. Pro Wrestling Tees even promoted it. And now they're
not gone. Even.
No,
I don't know what Tony's up to. I don't know what Tony's up to. And I knew it would hurt you too, because I was like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? You know, and poor Darby. I hate to be a fan of Darby Allin right now.
Well, he's written off because he's going to actually go do Everest.
But did he need a match? I think falling 16 feet onto a glass whatever on the top of chairs.
On top of a glass?
Should have like written him off anyway. Like the dude didn't have to wrestle another match.
But he's Darby. And
he even said, like, I'm gonna go climb Mount Everest afterwards. And nope, he's still in a match. Like, what? Yeah. Are you writing him off or are you not writing him off? Did you get your visa to go train to go to travel Everest wrong or something? And you're just like, oh well, I gotta go do a match now. Like, logic.
That was his write off. That was his send off.
Anywho, that I don't know. But again, so if you had to pick your pillars, who do you think your pillars would be now?
Swerve, Hangman, Orange, and I'm gonna actually go with a female, and I'm gonna say Sky Blue
as your current pillars as of 2024.
As my current pillars, as my new 2024 pillars, it'll be Swerve, because obviously that man can play heel, face, anything. He's over. Hangman has done his job so well and gets so much hate for it, and he's doing it. He is literally carrying. If Swerve's not on the card, he's carrying the card. Orange, obviously, proving that he can wrestle and that a gimmick's a gimmick at the end of the day, because it really relies on skill and talent to get where you are in this business, no matter what your gimmick is. And Blue, she's straight up, dude. She will take any bump just to make Julia Hart look better. So obviously, I'll go with those four. That's my four pillars.
Okay, so I would go Swerve. Yes, he does deserve the AEW title. That dude is crazy. That his what's it called? The house call. That house call finisher.
Yeah,
I have that set for my signature on 2K. Dude, that house call is just nasty. So it would have to go Swerve, Joe, Tony Storm, and damn, I would have to say Ospreay.
Oh, now?
Yeah,
because he's gonna lift this up higher than what we've. So I see where you're talking about, like, oh my god, Tony Khan spending so much on these three people alone. I think we're gonna finally reach the point where we won't get the empty arena memes as much. We still will, but not as much. Because of
but alternatively, as a counter to that is you're gonna get a lot more talent bitching and moaning that they're not gonna be on the card. See what I mean?
It's a good thing that he owns Ring of Honor.
Yep.
It's a good thing that he has Ring of Honor. Like, that's the only thing I could say is he has another promotion for these guys. Unlike WWE, when you get sent back down to NXT, it's an insult. At least if you get sent to Ring of Honor, it's just another Thursday.
and less people, less people. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who knows? I'm curious as to how they're going to factor in Mercedes Moné and how Tony Khan. He better make a lot of t-shirts. He better make a lot of t-shirts to make it worth this match, and he better damn pray that Mercedes Moné doesn't hurt herself in New Japan or there with his not as greatly skilled female wrestlers. Not to say that as an insult. I'm just saying Mercedes Moné operates at a level. You need to match her level. Or I feel like she's got the buying power to like. I feel like she's Hogan in this, where she's like, man, why are you putting me up with these assholes that don't know? It's the CM Punk thing. I work with children. It's
the only difference is I think she's not going to fight backstage at NXT.
That's true. That's true. She's. If I had to choose who the next Hulk Hogan would be, I can't believe it, but it would have to be Mercedes.
Yep.
It would have to be Mercedes. So who knows?
We're gonna see Deonna Purrazzo just lay on the floor like Jeff Jarrett did at Bash at the Beach. But we only have a few more minutes left before we hit an hour, and we actually picked you picked a segment that I think we can talk about because he's on the roster page. Crazy old boy Brock Lesnar was added back to the roster page at WWE.com. What do we think is going to happen there?
That's a hard one. Except that Nikki was right.
So I actually talked to our wise man before this. I talked to him earlier today about it, and we both gave pretty valid points on if he will make an appearance and if he won't. Obviously he says, you can't, we just imagine what the crowd is going to say if he steps out. You can't put him on TV. And I said, that's a valid point. That is fair. He's coming back at Mania. My point was, maybe he's only back as a favor to Paul Heyman for the Hall of Fame induction, and he will also play a little bit of an Easter egg into the main event for night 2 and help Cody stop the bloodline. Like, I think that's it, especially since him and Cody canon universe now have respect for each other. I think that's what's going to be.
What's funny is that in 2K24, Brock is actually like the main event match in night 1, and you have to fight him. And then in night 2, you have to fight him and defend your title. And if you beat him, night 2 is you defeating Roman. What's weird is that in 2K24, they have Roman's title reign at like 1,200 something and 20.
1,243, I believe, is what.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, but yeah, no, I thought it was pretty fishy that Lesnar wasn't blurred out like Vince. You see models of Lesnar in it. I figured, okay, I mean, if he was already that much factored in already prior to all that stuff, I can understand that. But like, if they were able to blur Vince out, why didn't they blur Lesnar out that much? So I thought it was pretty. So I was just like, oh, there's something going on. There's something going on.
Means obviously there's something that we don't know as the public, which I alluded to earlier in this episode, which we're not going to get into that. Not today. We probably won't get into that ever. But overall, it is kind of weird. We've never really seen this before. We've never had this situation, so it is valid. We've never seen this before, but he's back on the website. He could be back at Mania. I don't think it's in a match. I don't think that would be the smartest move. And obviously the one person that we all wanted him to wrestle when he was in good graces with everyone already has an opponent, potentially 2, in his Intercontinental match. Like, there's nobody else that's going to do it. So who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to hit that before we signed off. And any final thoughts for this week?
No, I'm just waiting for next week at this point, seeing what's going to go down.
We got Friday, and then we don't have anything. We're just on this. If it's such a fast build because it's gonna go by fast, but it's also a slow build because we're all impatient and we just want Mania here now. So it's gonna suck. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. You can check out our weekly interview Saturday, 12 p.m. Mountain Time. We have the pride of the Sandias, a very, very good interview with Tommy Two Scoops Test. Really good guy. Can't wait to one day step in the ring with him. Can't wait to train with him. He is a great guy, going to do amazing things. Remember, GCW in Albuquerque here in over a month, like 5, 6, 7 weeks. We have GCW here soon. I cannot wait. Shout out to all the hard work that Gino Rivera has been doing for it and has been doing in general at OTR. And we will see y'all in the next episode.